Ramona Singer appeared to side with the Real Housewives of New Jersey alum Caroline Manzo in calling out Teresa Giudice. Caroline and Teresa do not have the best relationship and never truly saw eye to eye on RHONJ. Ramona and Teresa appeared together during RHONJ Season 1, and beyond that, both have been on their respective Real Housewives shows for many years and have interacted through Bravo before. At a recent Page 6 event, Caroline had some choice words for Teresa and her new outlook on Teresa's fame, which RHONY's Ramona Singer agreed with. "The fame got to her head, and I will stand here to this day, to this moment, in the fact that I have always defended her," Caroline said about Teresa and her recent issues, then proceeded to call that RHONJ star a monster. Afterwards, Ramona liked an Instagram post from @Bravo Housewives that backed what Caroline had said, thus agreeing with her words. Ramona was famously invited to Teresa's wedding, which she proceeded to post all over social media, and Ramona eventually decided not to attend. Teresa's wedding was truly the Bravo wedding of the century, so the guest list was something everyone was talking about. First, Teresa did not include her sister-in-law Melissa Gorga in the bridal party. Not only was this hurtful for Melissa and Teresa's brother Joe Gorga, but it also caused a rift between Teresa and Joe. The brother and sister fought all season, with Melissa chiming in to support her husband, but eventually, RHONJ couple decided not to attend Teresa's wedding. While the fallout from this is still unknown, it does not seem to be positive for the Gorga Giudice family. Ramona agreeing with Caroline's statements about Teresa was not shocking considering that Ramona and Teresa were never extremely close. However, it does seem a bit hypocritical coming from Ramona, considering how much she has capitalized off of the Real Housewives franchise and allowed her daughter Avery Singer to do the same. Ramona may not be considered the fame-hungry monster that many consider Teresa to be. While Ramona may have not reached the point of no return that it seems like Teresa has, she should be careful as she could be on a very similar path. Teresa's fame-hungry nature has been apparent for many viewers since RHONJ Season 1. Teresa has capitalized off of the show and the fame that it has given her since the early days, but it seems that she took it to a new level with her recent wedding and how she has chosen to publicize it. At the end of the day, Caroline was right when she called Teresa a fame-hungry monster, and it is time that the rest of the world see it. In a Bravo crossover few saw coming, former Real Housewives of New York City star Ramona Singer has unleashed her unfiltered opinion on Real Housewives of New Jersey OG Teresa Giudice. And let's just say, she's not sugarcoating it. In a recent podcast appearance that quickly caught fire on social media, Ramona stunned fans by siding with a RHONJ cast member who labeled Teresa a monster behind the scenes. And in classic Ramona fashion, she doubled down. "I've been around Teresa. I've seen how she treats people when the cameras aren't rolling. Monster might actually be putting it lightly." The Bravo crossover heard around the internet. It all began when RHONJ star Margaret Josephs, never one to hold her tongue, referred to Teresa as a monster to deal with during a heated moment in a recent episode. The comment set off yet another firestorm between Team Teresa and Team everyone else, reigniting long-standing tension within the cast. But what truly shocked fans was the unexpected voice chiming in from outside the Jersey universe. During an appearance on the Reality Reckoning podcast, Ramona Singer, a RHONJ veteran known for her own polarizing presence, was asked her thoughts on the escalating drama. Without hesitation, she said, "Honestly, Margaret's right. Teresa is a monster." Cue collective gasp. The host, visibly taken aback, asked her to elaborate. Ramona didn't hesitate. "Look, I've been at Bravo events with her, trips, dinners. Teresa has this way of sizing people up in a second. If she doesn't like what she sees, she makes you feel like you're invisible, or worse." Ramona and Teresa. A frosty history. While RHONI and RHONJ never officially crossed over beyond brief BravoCon moments or Watch What Happens live cameos, fans have long speculated about Ramona and Teresa's icy relationship. At the 2022 BravoCon, Teresa's team reportedly requested to be seated away from Ramona at the VIP table during the Legends Ball. At the time, the move was chalked up to logistical chaos, but now Ramona is suggesting it was far more personal. "She didn't want to sit near me, and I wasn't surprised," Ramona recalled. "She knows I see through her." Teresa thrives on control of her image, of her family, of the narrative. And when someone challenges that, she lashes out, not like a housewife, like a monster. Calling out the Teresa machine, Ramona didn't stop there. She took aim at what she calls the Teresa machine, a Bravo production dynamic where, according to her, castmates are afraid to cross Teresa for fear of getting iced out or edited poorly. "It's like Game of Thrones over there," Ramona said, laughing but with an unmistakable edge. "Teresa is the queen, and if you don't bend the knee, you're done." She compared the dynamic to her own days on RHONY, where, despite power struggles and drama, everyone had their moment, and no one had total control. "Jill Zarin tried to be Queen Bee, and we all know how that ended," Ramona said pointedly. "Teresa, she's somehow convinced production and half the audience that she's untouchable, but she's not. She's just loud." Bravo fans react. As soon as the podcast dropped, Bravo Twitter lit up. #Ramona's Teresa trended for hours, with fans torn between celebrating Ramona's honesty and questioning her motivations. "Ramona calling Teresa a monster is the pot calling the kettle unhinged," one fan wrote. Another added, "Ramona's right though. Teresa can't handle criticism. She bulldozes through friendships and rewrites history every season." Even former RHONY co-star Dorinda Medley chimed in during a livestream. "I love Ramona, but she throws gasoline on every fire." That said, maybe there's truth in what she's saying. Teresa's response: "I don't even know that woman." Teresa Giudice, never one to back down from a confrontation, wasted no time responding. During an Instagram Live the following day, Teresa was asked about Ramona's remarks. Her answer? Classic Jersey shade. "I don't even know that woman," she said, rolling her eyes. "I met her maybe twice. She's just thirsty. Trying to get back on Bravo somehow." But Ramona clapped back the next morning on her own Instagram stories, posting a throwback photo of her and Teresa at a Bravo press event with the caption, "You knew me well enough to ask me to take this photo 3 times. The gloves, it seems, are off." Margaret Josephs applauds Ramona. Interestingly, Margaret Josephs, who set this entire Bravo civil war into motion, has come out in full support of Ramona's comments. "I appreciate that someone outside our cast is finally saying what we've all known for years," she said during a panel at a New Jersey fashion gala. Teresa weaponizes loyalty. "You're either with her or against her. There's no middle ground. It's toxic." She continued, "Ramona may be controversial, but she's not wrong." Will this lead to a new Bravo alliance? While Ramona is no longer on RHONY, and legacy plans are reportedly still in limbo, fans are already fantasizing about what a Ramona and Margaret versus Teresa storyline could look like on an Ultimate Girls trip. The idea isn't far-fetched. Both Ramona and Teresa have previously starred on the Peacock spin-off, and the cross-franchise drama is exactly the kind of chaotic content viewers crave. One tweet summed it up best: "Put Ramona, Teresa, Margaret, Dorinda, and Kenya in a house. Let them go feral. We deserve this Bravo chaos." A Bravo reckoning? As the Bravo landscape shifts post-Scandoval and amid ratings challenges across multiple franchises, outspoken former housewives like Ramona speaking truth to unofficial franchise royalty like Teresa could signal a broader reckoning. There's a shift happening, one Bravo insider told Page 6. The days of one star controlling a franchise may be over. Fans want authenticity, not intimidation dressed up as loyalty. For now, it remains to be seen whether Teresa will respond more directly or if Ramona will face backlash for reigniting the war. But one thing's certain, the Bravo universe just got a little spicier. And as Ramona might say, if you can't handle the singer stinger, maybe you are the problem.